Yeah. Yes, guys. So this is your brother SP again. I'm back again. I'm here with I'm here with one of my brothers. He is going to introduce himself, and then we're going to have really a general conversation about us. Mostly African from African descendants that are living in this part of the country. So we're going to have some quick introduction. Let him first introduce himself, and then we take it from there. My brother,
Okay. Good to see you again.
good to see you. Thank you very much for giving us this time.
It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's no lady here. My name is Magnus. I'm a very good friend of Katimo, a very innovative, critical thinker, and also a man who, when you see him, you begin to imagine this man, what is in his head? He's always on point and spontaneous with things he does. So, very good, very good. Yeah.
Thank you, Magnus. It's very nice to do that. I like flattering. So very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes, Magnus. I want us to talk about a little bit about our people, because you see, I come to understand that there is a lot of our people that are back home that all they see is coming in this part of the world,
Right.
coming to this part of the world, and all of that is due to the fact that majority of us living in this part of the world, we are not actually telling people the truth about what we are facing here in this part of the world. So I want you to, please elaborate a bit more if you have anything that you can say to somebody today, because I know that majority of the people today are going back home.
Right.
Although those who are there, they want to come here.
Right.
But us, as we are here, majority of us, we mostly want to go back home. Am I
Yeah.
lying, or am I saying
No, you're saying
the
the
right
truth.
thing?
You're saying the truth. Okay. To be very honest with you, I think when you refer to our people, we're looking at African descent people who are. We have two so to say categories of Africans: those who are educated in the Western soil, and those who are educated in Africa. And then the fabric in terms of education is, the syllabus they've used to teach those in Africa and those who actually left Africa, to actually study in the Western country. So the thing is now we're having conflict in terms of lifestyle choices and reason for migration. You see, when an African person is leaving Africa, they say, oh, the migration traffic, according to statistics, is building up, is too much. But when somebody from the Western country travels to Africa or visit Africa, it's as if they assume he's coming to Africa, that he's got something to offer to Africa. And then they refer to him as expatriate. Okay. Now, when he comes, the way we magnify him puts us down as if we don't know anything. And then when we come here, you see people who are doing well in Africa, they come here because either the programs we watch on TV, the Western culture, they've managed, or in a very systematic way, designed a system where they market their product. If you like, it is their system. And that system works for them. It's the way they cosmetize everything, use cosmetics to make everything look rosy and beautiful. Don't get me wrong, the system is working, but there are people who makes it work. So it has to do with the reality. Because sometimes you see people who are really, really frustrated here in Western country, but in Africa, they are living comfortable. But the thing is that just when you begin to compare, oh, I think this guy in America, he's driving this car, he's doing this, he's doing that, and you begin to look down on yourself. But when you actually get here, you realize that is completely different.
But don't you believe that it's also due to the fact that majority of us living here, when we go back to Africa, because this is the time that I know usually when people start going back to Africa, is the time that they are buying the best clothes. They will go and spend money on buying clothes that they want to go home with. They will spend money on buying things that they want to go and show off with. And some of us even, you will go there and then you will rent a car, that's a massive car, to give people pictures of what actually is not here. The things that you don't have here, but is what you go and show people there that, oh, you see me,
Yeah.
I'm coming from Europe, I have this, I have that. And the majority of the time, people will take a loan, in order to actually go and impress others in Africa.
Right.
When they come here now, they spend time working like slaves,
Right.
in order to pay back
The law.
what they've actually taken to go and show off in Africa. And they are not telling them the truth. They go there, they don't tell them the truth. Oh no, you see me in Europe. Yeah, I have this. You see me in Europe. I dress like this. You see me in Europe. But in reality, it might be somebody even that lives in the room here,
Right.
that lives in one room. Because basically, if you look at it, majority of the people here, if I can enumerate everything, I'll tell you no. By the time you get £2,000 salary,
Right. Your take
you have
home.
paid your take home. You have paid tax on that income. You pay tax on the income. You pay national insurance,
Right.
which they are taking a bit out of it. And then now you have your rent on top of it.
In other
You have your
insurances
rent
you have
on
to
top
pay.
other insurances. If you have a car, it's even worse. You pay road tax.
Yeah.
You pay car insurance.
Yeah.
You pay sometimes now everywhere you park. You
Yeah.
have to pay penalties if they give you
Exactly.
penalties. You have paid now if you go to central London. You,
You
have
have
pay
to pay
congestion
congestion
charge.
charge.
You have paid congestion charge. No mentioning that now they have adding units on top of it.
Yes, of
so you
course.
have to
The
pay
areas,
So,
restrictions.
Really? Now,
Yeah.
if you have to pay all of that, you look at it, you are left probably with £200, and that even without because you still got transport. Because
Yeah.
here, each time you step outside, you have to pay for it. Each time you step outside,
Yeah.
you have to pay. So transport. So the transport as well. We are counting, I'm even counting probably train and buses. But
Yes.
each time now, when you get your car now, you have to count your petrol and you have to count everything. So all of that
Yeah.
is things that people don't tell people back home. They'll just tell them that no, you are going to is heaven here,
Yeah.
where we are living. And according to what you clearly say, the image as well that they see now on the screen, it
Yeah.
confirm what the lies that the person
Yeah.
has brought to them. It's very sad. Because even if you're looking at it, if I have to push it further,
Yeah.
I will say, look at every food we eat here. It's not even good for our own body.
No, it's not.
Whereby, if you have your own farm, back home, you have your own small farm, you know that no, the things that you are eating, you have seen it grown.
Yeah.
So you are better off.
Yeah. You see, there was a time I was doing a little bit analysis and data gathering to analyze data. And I looked at the statistics of how many people who travel from Africa who are well off. I mean, for you to afford the travel fare to come here, you have a bit of money. So, but when you look at the luxury, like you've clearly pointed, the luxury people display, however, on the inside, they are squeezed. They don't even have savings.
Yeah.
They don't. So the thing is, you see that outlook where people will tell you, oh, I live in Europe. I have this. I have that. I have that. I have this. People who live in Europe, they travel to Africa. Most of them don't stay too long.
Yes.
Within 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
They've displayed everything they've saved for a whole 12 months. Use that to entice people. Oh my goodness. And when you look at them, you begin to look down on yourself. And when they come back here, they either pick up more shifts
Yes,
to cover
double
up
work,
what
yes.
they've spent.
Yeah.
Or you see them, they are behind, they've burned their credit card. I think if you look at the valuation, most people in Africa, they are actually wealthy and rich, but they don't know it.
They don't know.
Because the thing is, if you're building a house in Africa, it's your money.
It's your money.
It's only limited banks who can even give you a little loan. And you need security. But here, when you look at what they refer to as your credit score, what is credit score? Credit score can never be a good security for you to even be qualified or eligible for a loan. But that's what they use here. As long as they believe, it's about your character. If your character is good or your behavior, the way they look at you in the society, they value you on that. Based on that, they score you on your credit score, and you can use that to get anything you want. And that doesn't make any sense. So, but I really think people who are watching other people who have traveled to Europe and they say, "Oh my goodness, look at this man. He's built this. He's had that. He's got that." You don't know what he's doing. Now, a very good example: if you travel with somebody who perhaps is a medical doctor in Western country or is a teacher, is a lawyer, when you see them in Africa, the way they live when they get there is completely different
Yeah.
from other people who just do anything
That's
to
it.
survive.
From even cleaners.
Yes,
The cleaners even will show you that they live better. They will be dressing with the latest design. They will carry the latest handbag, the new one, Gucci and this. But they can't afford it.
And-
It's very sad. The perception that we give to people, what we give will show people and who we really are. I was telling somebody the other day, I was saying, you see, one thing that I find strange,
Yeah.
if you look at social media, majority of the people that you see flashing cars, flashing clothes, flashing this, pretending to be whatever,
to be
they
rich.
are black people.
yeah.
And some of them even will take money and they are counting it on the
Yeah.
table and putting it there. And
Poor
it's making me
poor
laugh.
people pretending to be rich,
To be
and
rich.
rich pretending to be poor.
Now, I was asking one of, because he was telling me, no, you see, if you had it, you might as well show it. I said,
No.
okay, my friend, if you have it, you might as well show it. How many times have you seen somebody like Dangote
Showing money.
showing his cars? Or showing you that, guys, look at the cars that I
Yeah.
have. I'm choosing Dangote because I want to choose somebody that we can look at and say, yes, he's a black person like us.
I know.
But at the same time, I'm thinking, no, I've never seen somebody like Elon Musk
Doing all that.
coming and doing all of this,
Richard
but
Branson.
he has it. He had it.
Richard Branson
They
doing
could,
all that.
they could do it if they wanted to because they have it. But our own people are the one that the little money that they will get,
Yeah.
they will start now flashing it, showing it out as if no, they have made it.
Yeah.
Whereby they haven't even started. It's very sad, and all of this is the things that's causing false information to
our
those who are
people.
left behind, to our people that are left behind, to a stage where you see somebody, he has a house in Africa, a small shop, he's managing very well, and he'll tell you, no, I'm going to sell the house, I will sell
Because
the
I
shop in order
feel-
to come to Europe.
I feel there's a better opportunity for me
Yes.
somewhere else
Yes.
because of what they've seen. And it's a typical example of a black person trying to change his skin to white
Yeah.
because you've actually valued yourself that I'm not good. So I need to pretend to wear something that I'm not. And because that's not who you are, you may not be able to maintain that for a long while.
Yeah.
So
So the consequences will teach you.
yeah, because a lot of people, when they want to travel to Europe, sometimes I've got family members, friends, who say, I think I need to travel now. I'm like, okay, fine. Traveling is not a problem. But the thing is, what is your focus? What do you want to do? It's all impression of, I want to go out there to hustle. And I'm like, hustling is no longer booming. It's no longer a pattern of life. You need to.
You have no project,
at
anything.
least-
You are hustle.
You
Hustle.
need to at least
What job is that?
study,
Hustle.
study, have a profession, go to school. I've been into trouble for saying this with so many people around me.
They will not
Because
believe you.
They won't because
They
they
will
think,
not believe
allow me to go there, and if I know I will survive. I said, yeah, I know you survive, but the thing is, you would have killed yourself before you survive, and the chances of you surviving after you've killed yourself is zero.
But if you look at it properly, let's be honest. Let's be open and honest. Today, somebody that's coming from Africa that has no paper,
No qualification
No
whatsoever,
qualification
no certification whatsoever.
even
What
if
are
you
you going
have,
to do?
even let's say that you are even qualified, because what you don't understand is what your degree of Africa here is worth nothing. They will
not
evaluate
value
it. They do value it, and they will say no.
Yeah.
You need to do an extra.
Yeah.
And then on top of it now, it will take you approximately, some of them, it takes them 10 years before even they
Yeah.
give you paper.
Yeah. Yeah.
And without paper here, you are nobody.
You
Nobody.
can't afford
You
the
cannot
education.
do nothing.
You can't afford the
You
education.
cannot do nothing without paper here.
Yeah.
So this is where my people back home, please open your eyes. Understand that life is not all about going abroad, looking at what's going on outside. If you have the ability, if your head is working properly and you are thinking properly to create something where you are, trust me, it's worth to stay where you are and make it. Make your fortune
And
where
develop
you
from
are.
there.
Develop from where you are. Apply for something, come as a tourist to see what's going on here and go back. But do not sell your assets in order to come to Europe. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Please. This is me, my own stake on this.
Opinion.
But we'll come again with my brother. We'll
Yeah.
come again in the next video to give you more insight of what we are living here and what's
Right.
going on. So I like